So in today's video, we're gonna listen to the Providence Sonic Drive, which was a used pedal find on our trip and visit to Peach Guitars. First off, let me just say thank you so much to Alan and John, the whole team there. What an amazing facility, really a curated collection of not only instruments, but stories and people that really love what they do. And if you ever get the opportunity to visit the saloon, there's just nothing like it in the whole world. And I mean, let's face it, there's so many pedals that have come and gone, that have entered and exited the marketplace that we've never even played, maybe saw an ad for. And so it's kind of fun to explore those pedals and just kind of try them out, especially at a lower cost barrier, being used pedals. This was a really fun little take-home gift. So what was Providence pedals is now FreeTheTone. And although you can't get the exact same lineup, this is only, the filming of this video, maybe a 15-year-old pedal, but I had not really played one. I kind of didn't have a ton of expectations, and it was just a solid, inexpensive, but really quality made drive pedal that just was kind of straight up and down the middle. It didn't really do a lot except, I don't know, give me some saturation in a really cool way. We interrupt this message for a note from our sponsor. Did you know that a shocking number of you who are watching right now are not subscribed? For Bub, look how sad he is about it. Brisket's very upset. For his sake, subscribe. Look at those puppy dog eyes. Doesn't that make you want to subscribe? You know, I'm such a fan of the Maxon SD9 that anything that says Sonic Drive, Sonic Distortion, I've got to play just to see like, oh, is this a take on that? This definitely doesn't feel like that. It feels a lot more neutral, but you won't be incredibly surprised at the other pedal I ended up with from our visit at Peach Guitars. But as I pulled a couple pedals just to kind of take something away to remember this fun experience, and again, thank you so much to Peach Guitars for showing us around, showing us a good time out there in Colchester. So I am planning on doing a video just showing you a little bit of the behind the scenes that we got to see at Peach Guitars. So I am going to be doing a separate video on the other pedal I ended up with from our visit at Peach Guitars and the tour of this really incredible shop. But for now, here's kind of the first plugging in and listening to this Sonic Drive. Yeah, it's real simple. Okay. got a fat button, so. Here's the fat.
Okay. It's just a good sounding overdrive pedal.
All right, so I've got my James Tyler, and I'm going straight into the Sonic Drive here, into the Eddie Wong Polaris 112 combo, going into an Axe FX 3 after the speaker to add a little bit of wet effects. Here is the clean tone, and we're going to go start with the neck pickup. Okay, so we're just going to kick it on, and let's bring everything a little closer to neutral here. So now we're going to the bridge pickup. And go to the lead circuit here, which is just bridge pickup as standard, wiring straight into the output. Now, I'm going to disengage the fat switch. So you can hear it cuts a lot better. I really like the feel of the fat switch. It's kind of addicting, but I do think it cuts quite a bit better with it disengaged. So let's bring the drive back, bring the level up, and listen to what it's going to do, kind of boosting the front end. Let's go back to the neck pickup here. I really like the way that sounds as a boost. Let's listen to the range of the tone control. That treble was a little uncomfortable, and it forced me into an unintentional key change. I wasn't even listening to what I was playing. Now that we know the kind of sweep of the tone control, like it boosted just a little bit, let's kind of go to that, 130-ish position on all knobs. Reference the clean tone again. I really like the way that sounds with this neck pickup here. Let's go to single coil mode. You can hear the hum come in. It's really open sounding And so, like, if you don't like the way your core tone sounds boosted, I don't know that this pedal is really going to give you something that you like. I wouldn't say it's like transparent, but it's not adding anything other than kind of enhancing, just lifting what's there. If we engage the fat,
Do what now?
so let's listen to a lower gain sound and listen to what the fat switch is doing there, kind of woofing up that low end, really beefing it up. Let's kind of hear what the range of gain is. We crank it up, you hear it to start to hiss there. Without the fat boost. It's so chewy. That fat switch is just doing this really fun thing with this guitar into the Eddie Wong Polaris. It makes me just want to like stay on one note. But it's an example of a tone that's really fun to play, but would probably just tend to add mud and help you get lost in a mix. But the drive characteristic, especially if you have a lower drive setting, adding that fat switch just adds some like compression feel. And I find it to be just a really neutral drive sound. But the same thing is happening here that was happening at Peach Guitars, where I just kind of plugged it in and I just kept playing. I didn't really want to bend down and do a bunch of tweaking. It just kind of feels right, sounds right. That's an easy pedal to say yes to, especially when you have that kind of experience, like without your own gear, without your own guitar and amp. And so like here in my studio with my stuff, this feels right. It feels good. Those were all kind of in between positions here, utilizing this switch. Basically, if I'm in the neck or the bridge position, it's going to be actually both the neck and the bridge. And any of the other three, it will actually be all three pickups. All those in between positions really feels like where this pedal stands out. I think my favorite sound on here is this mid gain. It's just a little chewy. Tone is boosted a little bit. Volume is boosted a little bit. Gain is a little bit under noon. This is what it sounds like without the fat switch engaged. It actually works pretty well with the preamp engaged here on the Tyler. And then let's hear it with the fat switch. Extremely dynamic here. So that's the bridge in the middle, and then we've got this series parallel switch engaged here, and then here's the bridge humbucker straight to output. That's no preamp or anything even. The preamp is totally disengaged. It's all passive coming from the Tyler right now. That fat switch adds a lot. It seems to do a little more on like lower input, like you can feel it. When you roll the guitar down a little bit, you kind of hear and feel the fat switch a little more. If you're kind of balls to the walls all the way up, you're not going to notice too much of a difference if you have the gain wound up a bit. Sometimes the greatest gear is the gear that you don't think about that gets out of your way. And I found that this pedal does that really well. And at the end of the day, any pedal that sounds great and is stupid proof, one to hold on to. What a cool Japanese overdrive pedal. Thanks for checking out today's video and sticking around. Providence Sonic Drive, what a fun little find. Again, a humongous shout out to the entire team at Peach Guitars. If you are ever able to go and see the saloon in person, there's just nothing like it. Till next time, I've been calling.